You know, the world of English is a fun and exciting place to be. I'm so glad you could join me for another lesson.
Autumn is approaching, time to roll down your sleeves. The first evening chill arrives with the falling of the leaves. Red and gold become to us the colour of change and decay. For as the seasons are concerned, this has always been the way. These changes have and always will decide how things must be. Autumn's fall and winter's chill will choose the fates of you and me.
Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? I hope so. In today's lesson, we will be taking in the sights of a season not everyone gets the chance to experience. For us here in the UK, it is the third season of the year. In this lesson, we are going to share the experience of autumn.
When we talk about the seasons, we are actually describing the characteristics of each definable period of weather. Usually this is denoted by the temperature, whether it has increased or decreased, how dry the season tends to be, or how wet. The further north or south you go, then the more the seasons are divided. At the very far north and south, the temperatures are extremely low all year round. These places define their seasons by the amount of daylight they receive. At the equator, the temperatures tend to be high. Tropical countries exist at the equator. The seasons there are always hot. The seasons at the equator are defined by the amount of rain that falls there.
So, what makes autumn so special? Well, just like spring, autumn is a period of transition. You could say that it is the opposite of spring in the sense of it being the time when plants and trees, and even many wild animals, prepare for the onset or arrival of winter. It is the season when almost everything in nature winds down. The leaves on the trees turn gold and fall to the ground. Flowers will wither away after shedding their seeds. Animals will begin to store food in their nests and burrows. The days will become shorter and the nighttime temperature will begin to drop. Trees that lose their leaves in autumn are called deciduous. This word relates to the loss of the leaves, which normally turn gold or red before falling to the ground. Unsurprisingly, trees that never lose their leaves are referred to as evergreen. Tropical trees are almost always evergreen, as they usually exist in countries where the temperature and moisture level is high all year round. The climate here in the UK is often described as temperate. The average weather here is rarely extreme. However, there are times when the seasons here do cause real harm. We have in the past experienced very hot and dry summers, during which time water was in short supply. The last drought to affect us here in the UK was in 1976. The wettest summer was not that long ago. 2007 saw one of the wettest summer seasons for many years. Autumn is a moderate season. It is never too hot, rarely too cold, and only occasionally too wet. It is strange how your memory can play tricks on you. By that I mean the memories from your childhood that seem to have the ability to make the things we experienced back then much better than they are now. My memories of past seasons are pretty distinct and tend to romanticize each season as being perfect and never unpleasant. In my mind, the summers back then were golden and warm and seemed to go on and on. To me, the winters were always cold and white with snow, but never unpleasant. Wonderful memories of when we were sent home early from school because the heating system had broken. The strange thing is, I have no childhood memories of spring or autumn. Those seasons did not seem as relevant or noticeable as they are now. These days I seem to be noticing the transitions caused by spring and autumn more and more. Maybe it's my age. has their own favourite season. For me, I have to pick summer as my favourite, closely followed by spring, autumn and winter. I would love to live in a place that has long, hot summers. A sunny climate really does cheer the soul, but then I would find myself missing the unique sensation of walking out on a snowy winter's day. So, living in England gives me the chance to experience both, with spring and autumn added as a pleasant bonus. Do you have many seasons in your country? Which one is your favourite?
In the United States, autumn is usually described as the fall. In many instances, fall is used instead of autumn. People in the big cities there will travel hundreds of miles just to witness the vivid colour and overall beauty of fall. They are often described as leafers.
You may notice that the trees behind me have not yet begun to lose their leaves. This is because autumn affects the various animal, tree and plant life at different times. Some trees will shed their leaves at the start of the season, while others will lose theirs towards the end. As I have explained in the past, the seasons are not the same everywhere in the world. Some countries have no discernible seasons. In these places there is very little change in the weather. The climate may remain hot all year round, with the occasional fall of heavy rain, sometimes causing flooding and loss of life. This is referred to as the rainy season, or the monsoon season. Other countries can remain dry all year round. Water usually becomes scarce in these places. A shortage of water is called a drought. This often leads to food shortages, disease, famine, mass starvation, and death. I hope you have enjoyed the autumnal sights we have seen today, and I look forward to you all joining me again for another lesson very soon. Enjoy the seasons, however many you happen to have. This is Mr. Duncan in England saying thank you for watching me teaching you. And of course, ta-ta for now.
Autumn serves as a reminder to us all that everything has a pattern, a beginning and an end. The seasons come and go, even in places where those changes are very subtle, but exist they do. Even in our lives there are seasons. A time to grow, a time to blossom, a time to live, and a time to die. These changes have and always will decide how things must be. Autumn's fall and winter's chill will choose the fates of you and me.